Something unusual seems to be happening with Justin Bieber lately, and fans are starting to notice. Many online are speculating that he could be relying on money from Hailey's major skincare deal to help pay off a large debt to Scooter Braun. It sounds surprising enough, but the story only gets more complicated. Justin recently teased the idea of going on tour again, yet plenty of people doubt he'll actually commit, especially after his last tour was cancelled almost before it began. Ironically, there was a time when people claimed Hailey had married Justin for his wealth. Now it seems the situation might be reversed, with Justin possibly leaning on her financially. Reports suggest he owes Scooter Braun a substantial sum, and Hailey's recent business windfall could be the only way to cover it. Back in May, Hailey struck a huge deal to sell her skincare brand to ELF Beauty. The agreement was valued at around $1 billion, broken down into $600 million in cash, $200 million in company shares, and another $200 million if the brand meets certain future goals. Of course, that doesn't mean she's personally walking away with $1 billion. She still has business partners and expenses. But it's still a massive achievement. The moment the news became public, social media was buzzing with talk about her earnings. Not long after, whispers began circulating that Justin might need some of that money to deal with a personal debt. According to rumors, he owes about $31 million to Scooter Braun, the same man who discovered him and managed him for years before they parted ways. This goes back to when Justin canceled his Justice World Tour in 2022. He had already accepted a $40 million advance from AEG, but the cancellation triggered a clause in his contract that required him to repay $24 million. That's when things got tangled. Reports claim that Scooter's company, HIB America, stepped in and covered the $24 million for Justin, with the understanding that he would pay it back gradually. But apparently, he only made one payment before stopping altogether. 2 years later, after an internal review, HIB America discovered the debt was still largely unpaid. By last month, word spread that Justin might now owe closer to $30 million. When Hailey's billion-dollar deal was announced, people started to draw their own conclusions, wondering if her earnings could be Justin's way out. Hailey's team quickly responded once the speculation began. They firmly denied any connection between her business deal and Justin's finances, stating that the skincare sale was a professional success unrelated to her husband's personal matters. Still, the public conversation didn't stop. In fact, the focus began to shift. Not long ago, people were urging Justin to leave Hailey. Now, some are warning her to protect her business and reputation, suggesting that Justin's troubles could end up affecting her. Even with her rep's denial, the buzz around her many of this Justin continued. Over the weekend, he posted an Instagram story that caught fans' attention again. The post was a clip from a 2013 interview with rapper DMX, who spoke about choosing faith and drawing closer to God instead of striving for perfection. Many took this as Justin hinting that he might be dealing with something deeply personal, whether spiritual or emotional. Recently, his Instagram has been filled with random posts, adding to the sense that something is off. Fans have also commented on how different he appears in public, describing him as tired, distracted, or not quite himself. A while back, these concerns had died down after he released his latest album, Swag. Some assumed his unusual social media activity was part of a creative marketing push. It made sense. Artists often build intrigue before a release. On one track, Justin addresses how people constantly ask if he's okay, saying it makes him feel isolated, like he's the only one struggling while everyone else seems fine. The lyric struck a chord with many, reinforcing the idea that he could be going through something significant. Instead of putting fans at ease, Swag seemed to raise even more questions. While some appreciated his vulnerability, others felt the album reflected confusion and a search for direction. Industry insiders have hinted that Justin has been withdrawing from professional commitments, skipping meetings, not returning calls, and only showing up when Hailey is involved. This has led to speculation that he might be quietly fading out of the spotlight. For fans, it's not just about his career anymore. Some think his relationship dynamic with Hailey is shifting, with her taking the lead in public appearances and business ventures, while Justin slips into the background. People are wondering if he's comfortable with that, or if it's creating tension. Observers have also pointed out his body language in recent appearances. In several videos, he seems disconnected, adding to the concern. When paired with the emotional tone of his recent music and his cryptic online posts, it's not hard to see why fans are unsettled. The question now is whether this is simply a personal transition or a sign of deeper struggles playing out in front of the world. In the last few days, some fans have suggested Justin is slowly distancing himself from everything: music, fame, and even close connections. He's been seen in public only when necessary, often quiet and reserved, avoiding eye contact and smiling little. One particular moment stood out. At a recent event with Hailey, she was animated and interacting with the crowd, giving interviews and posing for photos, while Justin stood in the background with his head lowered, barely engaging. That clip quickly spread online, with comments like, "He looks trapped," and "He's not really present anymore." Rumors are now swirling that Justin's struggles aren't just with the media or public opinion. They're getting inside his own circle. Sources say he's been brushing off advice, skipping press events, and turning down big opportunities. Some even describe his behavior as unpredictable. In the celebrity world, where every move is scrutinized, that kind of silence is hard to miss. Fans also caught that he unfollowed a few longtime friends on Instagram, sparking speculation that he might be cutting people out to protect his peace, or sending a quiet signal that he needs help. Opinions are split. Some believe he's stepping back to focus on his mental health, while others think he's slowly unraveling. Whatever's going on, it seems clear that the concerns aren't just about his career anymore. Many are now questioning his personal life, especially his marriage. The dynamic between Justin and Hailey has seemed tense lately, with fans dissecting every public moment. Their body language has been called distant, and a recent dinner in LA raised eyebrows when they left separately, Hailey walking ahead without looking back, and Justin following with his hood up. Paparazzi photos of the moment fueled speculation that something might be off between them. Fans have also noticed Justin isn't as active on Hailey's social media as he once was. Meanwhile, she's been fully engaged in running her business, closing deals, and staying polished in the public eye. Justin, on the other hand, seems increasingly withdrawn. To many, it's as if they're living parallel lives, leading people to wonder if everything is as it appears behind closed doors. Adding to the narrative, old videos of Justin have resurfaced, clips of him lashing out at paparazzi or looking overwhelmed in public. Some say he's been under intense pressure for years and might finally be at a breaking point. One comment online summed it up: "He looks like someone who's tired of pretending." This has raised questions about whether Hailey will stand by him through it all, or if their relationship could be quietly falling apart. His online presence isn't helping clarify things. Justin's Instagram is a mix of cryptic stories, random throwbacks, and emotional song snippets, leaving fans unsure of what to think. Some suspect it's all part of a marketing strategy, especially since it coincided with the release of his album Swag. Hailey even posted a mysterious message: "Is it finally clocking to you, losers?" which some interpreted as proof that the drama might be staged to build hype. Even Rolling Stone joined the conversation, publishing a piece claiming Justin wasn't spiraling, but was instead focused on crafting his most mature project yet. That could have reassured fans, but then Justin posted another old DMX interview, this one about whether he wanted to be completely sober. The meaning was unclear, and instead of quieting speculation, it reignited talk about his personal struggles. Despite the rumors, Swag is doing well commercially. The Hollywood Reporter confirmed his single Daisies recently hit #1 on Apple Music and Spotify in the US, with strong momentum toward a Billboard Hot 100 debut at the top. But just as that seemed possible, Alex Warren's Ordinary took the top spot, bumping Daisies to #2. The idea of a TikTok creator outranking Justin Bieber on the charts would have seemed far-fetched a few years ago, but Alex has held that #1 position for 7 weeks straight, catching the industry's attention. With all eyes back on Justin, the big question is whether he'll take Swag on tour. Fans are eager for live shows, but his last attempt ended early, leading to that rumored debt to Scooter Braun, a cloud that still hangs over him. Justin has admitted before that touring can be mentally and physically draining, and he's not the only artist to feel that way. Still, it leaves uncertainty about his next steps. There's talk that he could headline Coachella next year. He's appeared there as a guest in the past, so taking the stage as a main act could be a way to ease back into performing without committing to a long tour. It would also give Coachella a much-needed boost, as recent years haven't sold out as quickly. Some fans are dreaming even bigger, hoping for a massive era-style stadium tour celebrating his biggest hits. With over a decade of music and a loyal fan base that grew up with him, such a tour would be a major moment in pop music. But for now, all anyone can do is wait to see if he chooses Coachella, a full tour, or another break from the spotlight. Whatever he decides, Justin's next move is bound to make headlines. Fans are watching closely, ready to celebrate a comeback or brace for more uncertainty.